Hey guys, it's Yang. Finally got home from the long drive from Nats. Had a blast over the weekend. I was out after around 7. Thought I'd show you guys the deck I took. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. Was busy preparing for this event. I took Pure Runick Fur Hire. So I'll show you guys the reasoning I did that. I know sprights are the best way to play this deck, but I found you can do it without sprite. Very consistent, and you end on virtually the same board, if not stronger. And 3 Rex I showed. Dumpa, Beat, and I wanted to play extra name. It was either a second Beat or a Seal. So I chose Seal, so he can consistently recycle names to view these 2 negates. Normally she'll be in the side deck, but without the carrot spell trap negate, I was afraid of evenly, and this did come up a lot. And these guys are way bigger than red and carrot too. The only issue is they negate activation, so if they have like another copy, they can activate another one. 3 fossil digs. I play CRs, you see these a lot. And then 2 of these. I find this ratio very good. I was on 2 rookie instead of Mayhem, but Mayhem is insane. It helps you play through Nib as well. And then the Runick side, we play a lot of Runicks. We play the 2 Fountain, obviously you can only play 2. And then I play 20 Runick spells to max out the consistency. I basically always want a hand of at least 2 Runick spells and the Rex, obviously. But if we don't, we will attempt to draw 3 first, do the Runicks to get it, and which we always get it after we draw 3 for the first time. 3 tip, flashing, freezing, destruction, slumber, and then 3 dispelling, and the 2 awkward ones. Yep, and then 5 non-engine. I went with 2 Ash and 3 Dark Ruler. Ash is generically good against everything, and you're drawing so much on their turn that you're most likely gonna draw into one to stop something. And then Dark Ruler is the most impactful one out of them all. I was thinking about Dro and Nib. I felt like those are matchup dependent. This is matchup dependent as well, I guess, but this was good. You just gotta see it is all. Okay, that was the main. Extra first, we got 3 Hugin. You have to play 3 in this version. 1 Munin. Yeah, she's clutch. She can be the extra name that you waste without wasting your Gary or Hugin. But Gary can retreat the field spell from the graveyard. No room to play a second Gary, or else I would. And then we have the IP. Very clutch. She's very good. She's mandatory. And then we have 3 Donner in this version. You have to play 3. The third one did come up. I was afraid of the unicorn will rip the other Donner if I only play 2. And the Cashier, I played out of 7 rounds, there was 3 Cashier in my rounds. And they looked at my extra deck and they saw 3 Donners. Goddamn. And they couldn't rip out the second one. And then 2 Fogel. I always thought for a long time was the second one necessary, and after the tournament the second one did come up, so yes, you have to play 2. Tryhard is really good as well. If you have IP, you can usually make Tryhard with the IP protection on the opponent's turn. And then obviously Unicorn, Abomination, and the Mannequin Cat. Mannequin Cat allows you to draw 3 on your turn if you get hand trap like Ash, Veiler, things like that. And side deck, I went with 3 Nib, 3 Bell, I was really afraid of the what you might call it, branded matchup, and this is good against the mirror as well. And then 3 draw, and then the 3rd ash, and then these were, for some reason I just can't stay away from floodgates. Going first, I will side these in as well, just 2 and 2 because I'm drawing so much anyways. If I go first, I always resolve at least draw 3 or draw 6, so I always see them. And these were great. This use this to 2-0 Rika, that there can be only one. This never really came up. I thought it was for branded, but I never play a single branded out of the 7 rounds. And then the last one was Dinah. He's the flexible spot. I don't know what to do with that slot, so I went with Dinah. Any rogue deck or tier 2 deck, whatever. What this does is on summon, he can banish cards out of your opponent's graveyard equal to number of Fur Hire you control. So if you normally control 3 or 4 when he summons, so you banish like 3 cards out of their graveyard. And that's all, and might as well shuffle up and I'll show you guys what is my normal board end on. So I try to prioritize keeping the Fogo, Raphael, and either Dompa or Wiz, depending on the hand. After game 1, I always prioritize having Wiz over Raphael in the end board, just because of evenly, because evenly hurts a lot. And sometimes you just get double hand trap and you just don't do anything. That can happen too. But this deck is super fun. Like out of the rounds, I 2-0 Labyrinth. He eradicated me. I had all for higher monsters. I thought, what are the odds of that happening? The deck is like 30 spells. So there's that. Okay, let's see here. So with this hand, like we already got what we need. 2 Runick, 1 Rex. So we go draw phase, we will activate the despelling. Oh, I always do draw phase because of draw, because we don't like draw in this deck. So you would discard this guy. Get that. So go main now. Go normal summon, get the rookie, tribute it off, get beat. And then we go use our first Donner. Because Donner is really insane. Because even if Donner is in the graveyard, you can use Rex to revive Donner, and then Donner to revive Dompa and Fogo if they out your board, and your board just comes right back. Like, it's insane, this card. Then you tribute it. Make sure you summon the beat first, and then the other name second. That will trigger the beat to add. On turn 1, game 1, I mean, you always add this Raphael because it gives you a +1. Now you'll summon it using either beat or Dompa. They both let you summon, and you excavate 2. And then you add Tip. Tip is the most broken runic spell. And then you'll use Tip to add, might as well. Get some info on the card you banish off the Tip. I always try to add the worst one to save the better names. So I'll usually add the Smiting Storm to summon. And then there goes our 3 runic spells in our graveyard. Sorry if my camera can't stay focused. So at this rate, we could grab our second runic spell if we want to keep going. But I try to be conservative. We'll do that. Just use waste the name. Put the target 3. Draw 3. And then, geez, this is nuts. Okay. Anyways, so we have the Rex set up in the grave already. We could do these 3 off for Fogo. And Fogo will summon the Wiz. a cashier player put me under the big guy and the secret village locked. I was extremely lucky that I opened Wiz and a Fur Hire name to beat him. That was super lucky because with so many spells I needed Fur Hire names, which got me there. On summon Wiz, effect will activate to gain 500 per each Fur Hire. It comes up in time. Yes, she's very good. And with this version, you'll most likely always have a name to fill their negates. And on their turn, you will Rex summon the Raphael out. You'll have a spell trap negate, and you'll have Raphael excavating 3 to give you another Fur Hire name, most likely. And you have these runic spells here as another thing too. Just as a tip, that's the Fur Hire name, see? So yeah, that's the end board. It might not be as impressive as the sprite board, but I love Fur Hires. And the fact that I can take Fur Hire to a Nationals was beyond me. I never thought I would take Fur Hire to a Nationals when Dark Saviors come out, but here I am. So, and before I forget, round 1 I played Zara. She is a YouTuber just like me. And if you could check her out. She's a 5th rated duelist. I think that's her name on YouTube. Very, very awesome person. And yeah, that's all for today. Hope you guys like my version of the Runick Fur Hire deck. I just want to be unique, you know, not copy everyone adding Sprite in here. Obviously, I try Sprite out. It is very powerful. You still, at the end of the day, you still have to see Rex. And you play less Runick spells than me. So this deck performed very well. All 3 of my losses was my fault. I didn't test play against a lot of the decks, and it was my inexperience. Yeah, nothing wrong with the deck. But anyways, like and subscribe. I will try to do more profiles now that my schedule is eased up. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.